All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier eye hypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. So today's pod is, to me, it's like a wrap up of this week. Of course, there was a bit of travel that happened this week, and it was a blend of both work as well as a vacation, a short holiday, and also the opportunity to meet my community members, people who are, you know, let's say they're based in different locations, but at this point, we all happen to be in the same place at the same time. And it was really beautiful to spend the time together, to bond, to connect, and to get to know each other better. And of course, there was a fair bit of work and projects. I had my coaching sessions, and also I had the opportunity to wrap up our 11th batch of the foundation program. And what made this so powerful was that I was able to, and this is what actually inspired today's pod, and the theme for today's pod is, of course, the power of balance. And so this is something that I noticed quite a bit on this trip. I was able to, make time for myself. I was able to make time for my family. I was able to make time for my work. I was able to make time for my community. And, all in all, I was able to also make time for my health. So on so many fronts, this notion of balance is something that I'm now starting to see show up more and more in different parts of my life. And it's like day by day, it's feeling more and more effortless. Obviously, this is the outcome of many experiments. Maybe in the old days we call them failed experiments, but I've come to understand that this is really more about um, being willing to explore and in wanting to get to know yourself better. When you're willing to do this kind of work, you will obviously have many hits, lots of misses, but eventually you will, reach that point where the formula works for you. And to put it simply, the formula works. So today, and in fact, this week was definitely a reminder to me that all of this is possible. And really, if you look at it, it takes perseverance. It takes, as I, told somebody when they were asking me, like, how do you do this? Um, as I reflected, it was, three P's literally. Uh, One is, of course, persistence. One is practice. And of course, the third is prayer. So, whatever be your affiliation, whatever be your connection to the divine, whether it is through religion, through spirituality, through any process that you relate to, the more you're able to connect like this, the more you'll notice that you are in alignment, not only with yourself, but with something far deeper, far stronger and greater than our sort of human understanding. And so, as I'm getting ready to wrap this trip and, of course, head back home, um, I thought, what a beautiful way to sort of uh, create closure on this trip. And I'm sure there'll be many more. And in fact, for those of you who are part of our community, there will be more of these experiences that happen in different cities. And I'm definitely looking forward to more of these, these blended experiences where there's, some amount of work, some amount of time for family, some amount of time for the community. And in all of this, we are building something much bigger. So, of course, why do I say all of this? I'm obviously talking about my experiences and myself, but as a healer coach yourself, if you are somebody who's already on this journey of coaching and healing, and you consider yourself to be a healer coach, then something to really think about is that are you able to blend more and more in such a way that you're able to have a little bit of everything? And, I truly wish you the very best in your endeavors. As I said, what I'm sharing with you today is the outcome of probably decades of testing, decades of tons of experiments that didn't pan out as intended. But all of these were reminders to me of what does work, or maybe, okay, if this doesn't work, fair enough, we will find something else. So I wish you the very best in this journey. And one thing I can definitely tell you, and this is something I keep reminding our community, that, maybe till a couple of years ago, we didn't really have the opportunity to be able to do this together as a community. We were all sort of like, splintered in different parts of the globe, and very little technology that was able to connect us. But today we live truly in a in a connected universe. And so, if you are someone who's already begun this journey, or maybe you're thinking of starting this journey of being a healer coach, literally, the best of healing and coaching, and if this is something that you're exploring, you're wanting to do, but you're either not sure how to get started, or even if you've got started and you're not able to connect with your community, then you do know this, that this is not the end of it. Come explore. You can definitely come and explore how things happen here in our community. And if you like what happens here and how we connect, then you're more than welcome to stay. We have tons of programs. We've got, of course, our complimentary program that happens every Monday and Friday at 6 p.m., the I Hypnosis Life Experiences. This is an opportunity for you to meet me and the community live, for you to get to know people, and really, very, very quickly be able to get a sense of if this is the community that's for you. And beyond this, of course, we've got the the paid programs, and as I'm sure you've heard, those who people who pay attention. And so, if you're intending to go deeper, then of course we've got three tracks. We have the foundation program that happens every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 11 a.m. This is 11 to 1. And we also have a second batch that happens every Friday, Saturday, Sunday between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. So, this is one way to get connected and go deeper in your journey as a healer, as a coach. And of course, we explore three, sometimes we talk about three secrets. Here, essentially, it is this triangle of your identity, your beliefs that are connected to your toxic habits, and of course, eventually, your money breakthroughs. And these are three areas that we explore in depth. So, if this is something that you've been looking for, then here's your opportunity to explore and make those shifts in your life. And if you like this and you want to go deeper, then of course, we have the advanced program. This is a 3 month process. So, not just the 3 days, which is the foundation, but you go deeper. So, literally, and this is a redeemable, or let's call it this way. It's a membership that you can explore for 3 months, and if you like it, you can of course come back and do more of this. And if you want to go even deeper, we've got a process which is a 90-day process where you can learn the skills, so that which I use, and I teach you these skills so that you can go and use it in your own life. You can use it in your coaching practice, and also use it in building your business. So everything that I use, I teach, and you're able to apply it in your own business and in your own life. More importantly, the lives of people who you care about. So these are, of course, the tracks, and we do open from time to time. There are spots for one-on-one coaching if that's something that you're looking for. So this is essentially the length and breadth of it, and of course, there are more programs that we keep creating. So stick around, and you'll get to know a lot more. Uh, and as I said, if none of this resonates with you, just remember that you have a resource, because I do this pod every single day. So if you feel you're kind of um, lacking in motivation, or you want to hear somebody else tell you that, hey, you know what, you got this, right? Because it is a blessed journey. It is a miracle that you get to do this work as a healer and a coach, but the journey is long, and our intention is, of course, for you to be able to enjoy the journey. So look forward to, of course, seeing you in our community. And as I've said before, and I'll say it again, if there's any way in which I can help you, please do reach out and let me know. And finally, having said all of that, remember to live your purpose. God bless. And of course,